Hi, it's Dr. Ron here. Most of the time when I do these videos, I try to make them kind of evergreen. In other words, uh, I like it so that they can be played in the future and still have meaning. Uh, Today's really is one that's kind of timed for a specific time and probably will be obsolete at least for a while after this is posted. Um, this is an unusual time of the year. It's a very active time. Uh, Virtually every major sport is either in season or just finished. This weekend, the uh, World Series ended. Uh, Major League Soccer ended. Playoffs ended. And football, hockey, and basketball are all kind of in the midst of their seasons or early in their seasons, but actively involved. Also, tomorrow is voting day in the United States, and I'm particularly addressing this to my fellow Americans. Uh, as I was watching some of the sporting events, probably spending too much time doing it, but as I was watching it, there was something I noticed. Um, Everybody showed up. No matter what the game was, all the players showed up. It wasn't a situation where the outfielders who played in a different city than their hometown decided not to show up because they're so close to where the fans are and they could hear the opposing fans not say nice things about them. Um, all of the hockey goalies, to the best of my knowledge, have shown up, and each team had a hockey goalie, uh, even though they may feel that they don't like the particular officiating of that officiating crew. Nobody said, well, I'm not going to show up because I don't like uh, who's refing the game. Same thing happened in every other sport. I bring this up because I think it has particular relevance as we go to vote. The importance of each individual vote is critical in the preservation of democracy. And while we've come through probably the worst uh, campaign from the standpoint of name calling, uh, ugly TV ads, accusations, and things of that nature, the fact is, if we are going to survive as a nation, we want to make sure that everybody shows up. So, my uh, words of encouragement are to make sure that regardless of how you feel about the choices, how you feel about behaviors of some of the people involved, regardless of the ads, regardless of the fact that there are some people who don't want you to vote. There are some people who may uh, be trying to encourage you not to, or intimidate you, or telling you that your vote doesn't count, despite the fact that you may think that the result won't depend at all on how you vote. We don't know. That's one of the great things about the way that our system works. If everybody shows up, then we will get a true outcome of the game, and we can't predict that in advance any more than we can predict some of the upsets that occurred uh, this weekend and uh, throughout the year in the various sporting events. Things work when everybody shows up. Again, there's been so much negativism that it may be hard to acknowledge this. But if you haven't done early voting or voting by mail or absentee voting already, make sure that you show up on voting day so that everybody can be proud of the results, whether you agree with them or not. Uh, Many people have talked about the notion of be so good that they can't ignore you. I know Bill Murray said it. There are videos and songs and so on that emphasize that theme. I think a similar thing works here, that if you really cherish and utilize your vote, then you're being so good that they can't ignore you. And if everybody shows up, then the will of the people will be done. We won't be able to ignore your vote, and the the candidate who receives the most votes will have a real mandate in that regard. It doesn't happen when a minority of people show up, so it's real important to take pride in it, do it, be like all the sporting teams who show up, do their best, and accept the results. Uh, because if everybody is involved, the results will be accurate. Take care and see you next time. Dr. Ron Kaiser signing off.